In this session, we focus on the implementation of electronic signatures that meet all necessary legal requirements for validity and enforceability in a professional environment. As business moves away from physical paper, the ability to execute agreements digitally has become a cornerstone of modern operations and legal governance. Typically, a successful electronic signature process is not just about convenience, but about ensuring that the resulting digital record is just as binding as a traditional wet ink signature. What this means is that a cybersecurity or legal professional must understand the specific technical and legal standards that differentiate a simple digital mark from a robust, defensible signature. By mastering these standards, you ensure that your organization can move at the speed of the digital economy without sacrificing its legal protection or its regulatory compliance. Before we continue, a quick note. This audio course is a companion to our course companion books. The first book is about the exam and provides detailed information on how to pass it best. The second book is a Kindle-only ebook that contains 1,000 flashcards that can be used on your mobile device or Kindle. Check them both out at cyber.author.me in the Bare Metal Study Guide series. At its most fundamental level, an electronic signature is defined by law as an electronic sound, symbol, or process that is attached to or logically associated with a record and executed by a person with the intent to sign. This broad definition allows for various methods of assent, from checking a box to typing a name, provided the essential element of human intent is present. In practice, the technology serves as a digital representation of a person's physical approval, creating a binding link between the individual and the document. Typically, the validity of these signatures is recognized across many global jurisdictions, provided they meet certain baseline criteria for clarity and attribution. Understanding this broad legal definition is the first step in building a flexible and compliant digital execution workflow. It is helpful to think of a digital signature as a much more secure and technically rigorous version of an electronic signature that specifically uses encryption to verify the signer's identity. While all digital signatures are electronic, not all electronic signatures possess the cryptographic strength of a true digital signature. In practice, a digital signature uses a unique mathematical code, often based on public key infrastructure, PKI, to seal the document and prove that it has not been altered since the moment it was signed. Typically, this method provides a higher level of assurance for high-value contracts or sensitive regulatory filings where the integrity of the record is paramount. By choosing the right level of technical strength, you align your signature process with the specific risk profile of the transaction. A common and potentially costly mistake is to confuse a simple typed name at the bottom of an email with a legally robust digital signature that includes a comprehensive audit trail. While a typed name might satisfy some basic requirements, it lacks the technical evidence needed to prove exactly who was sitting at the keyboard at that specific moment. In practice, a professional signature process captures critical metadata such as Internet Protocol, IP, addresses, timestamps, and session identifiers to build a story of the transaction. Typically, this evidence is what transforms a digital mark into a defensible legal record that can survive an intense challenge. What this means is that the invisible data behind the signature is often more important than the visible mark on the page itself. You can achieve a significant quick win for your organization by using a reputable and established signature platform that automatically provides a full certificate of completion for every executed document. This certificate acts as a summary of the entire signing event, listing all participants, their authentication methods, and the exact timing of every action taken. In practice, having this ready-made evidence package saves an immense amount of time during an audit and provides a clear narrative for legal counsel. Typically, these platforms also ensure that the final document is tamper-evident, meaning any subsequent changes will be immediately visible and will invalidate the signatures. This simple choice of technology provides your organization with a professional and standardized way to manage its digital agreements. Visualize a professional courtroom setting where a judge is carefully reviewing the electronic logs and the certificate of completion that prove exactly who signed a high-stakes document and when they did it. In such a scenario, the judge is looking for a clear and unbroken chain of evidence that links the digital action to the specific individual involved. Typically, The person challenging the signature will claim that they never saw the document or that their account was compromised by someone else. In practice, your success in this litigation depends entirely on the quality of the technical evidence you can provide to support the validity of the signature. This visualization serves as a powerful reminder that every digital agreement must be executed with the expectation that it might one day be scrutinized by a court. In the field of information security and law, we use the specific term non-repudiation to describe a situation where a signer cannot reasonably deny the validity of their own signature. Non-repudiation is achieved through a combination of strong authentication, secure record-keeping, and cryptographic integrity that makes the signer's denial technically implausible. In practice, if you can prove that the signer logged in with a unique password and a second factor before signing, you have created a very high barrier for them to overcome in a legal dispute. Typically, this concept is the gold standard for digital transactions, as it provides the organization with the ultimate level of legal and technical certainty. What this means is that your signature process is designed to be undeniable and final. Reviewing the electronic signatures in Global and National Commerce Act, ESIGN Act, and the Uniform Electronic Transactions Act, UETA, provides the primary legal foundation for electronic signatures in the United States. These laws establish the principle that a signature, contract, or other record cannot be denied legal effect or enforceability solely because it is in electronic form. Typically, these statutes require that the parties involved must have agreed to conduct the transaction electronically and that the system must provide a way to retain the record accurately. In practice, understanding these legal frameworks ensures that your organization's digital practices are fully supported by federal and state law. This legal knowledge allows you to move forward with digital execution projects with total professional confidence. Imagine the significant and damaging fallout if a high-value corporate contract or a critical settlement agreement is thrown out by a judge because the electronic signature could not be properly authenticated. This type of failure can lead to massive financial losses, missed business opportunities, and a total loss of trust among your partners and stakeholders. Typically, these failures occur when an organization uses an informal or unmanaged process that lacks the necessary technical safeguards and evidence logs. In practice, the cost of implementing a professional signature platform is a tiny fraction of the potential cost of a single failed contract. This realization highlights why the application of robust electronic signatures is a foundational part of modern organizational risk management and legal defense. You can anchor your entire signature process in the fundamental legal requirement that the signer must have a clear and demonstrable intent to sign the record. Without intent, even the most technically perfect signature is legally meaningless, as a contract requires a meeting of the minds between the parties involved. In practice, this means your interface should use clear language, such as "click to sign" or "I accept," to ensure there is no doubt about the user's action. Typically, the system should also provide the signer with a clear opportunity to review the document in its entirety before they are asked to commit. This focus on intent ensures that the digital process remains a fair and transparent reflection of the human agreement it represents. In this session, we have explored the high-level legal standards for electronic signatures and discussed the specific types of technical evidence needed to support them in a professional context. By understanding the difference between a simple mark and a cryptographically secure digital signature, you can guide your organization toward the most appropriate choices for its unique needs. Typically, the most effective practitioners are those who can balance the ease of use for the signer with the rigorous requirements of the legal and compliance departments. In practice, this integrated approach reduces the risk of signature challenges and ensures that the organization's digital records remain a trusted and valid asset. This professional discipline is what makes you a leader in the field of digital governance. A highly effective technique for strengthening your signature process is to use multi-factor authentication, MFA, for all signers to add an extra layer of objective proof to the transaction. By requiring a signer to enter a code sent to their mobile phone or to answer a security question, you are significantly increasing the difficulty of someone successfully claiming that their signature was forged. In practice, this extra step provides a powerful piece of evidence for the audit trail, linking the signature to a device or a piece of knowledge that only the signer should possess. Typically, most professional signature platforms allow you to enable this feature for high-risk or high-value documents with just a single click. What this means is that you are using technical security to bolster your legal defensibility. Valid and well-implemented electronic signatures speed up the pace of business operations while maintaining a high level of legal and regulatory defensibility across the entire organization. When contracts can be signed in minutes rather than days, the organization becomes more agile and responsive to the needs of its customers and partners. In practice, the energy you spend on perfecting your signature workflow today is a direct investment in the long-term efficiency and security of the company's business relationships. Typically, the most mature organizations are those that recognize that their digital signatures are a critical point of contact with the world and must be managed with the highest degree of care. This focus on excellence is what ensures that your organization remains a respected and legally sound participant in the global digital economy. This concludes our unit on how to apply electronic signatures that withstand regulatory and courtroom scrutiny to protect your organization's interests and legal standing. We have discussed the definition of electronic versus digital signatures, the importance of the audit trail, and the legal foundations provided by the ESIGN Act and UETA. A warm and very practical next step for your own professional growth is to take a moment and review your organization's current electronic signature workflow. As you look at the process, ask yourself if it provides a clear certificate of completion, uses strong authentication, and would stand up to a judge's review in 5 years. Moving forward with this critical perspective will help you ensure that your organization's digital agreements are always safe, valid, and fully enforceable.
Thanks for listening. For more audio courses, daily newsletters, and more, please visit BareMetalCyber.com.